These are some Dinar Guru updates, starting off with Mark Z via PDK question. So, is this the month? Mark Z says, I very much think this could be our month. I do not have a magical ball, but going back to the Simply Lynn bank story, remind you that bank manager said he does not know the timing, but does know it's soon. We may know before they do. Frank 26, Iraq Boots on the Ground report. Firefly says Sudani is going to Washington in April about controversy of Iraqi allies in Washington. Breitling question the difference between Kuwaiti revaluation and the Iraqi dinar. What's the difference? Breitling says it's a completely different model. Kuwaiti got invaded. Saddam Hussein stole the printing press. The Kuwaiti version of the treasury stole everything. Iraqi dinar was completely different. It was planned. They knew the old Iraqi currency was going to collapse. We injected their economy with dollars and euros. That's when they took the old dinars off the streets and introduced the new dinar you and I have. It's a completely different model. There's no way to compare. Pimpy said if we went from where it is now at 0.00077 all the way up to $3.22, you're looking at 4,180% increase in value. The largest amount of currency ever revalued occurred January 1st, 1948, when the Chinese government decided to revalue its currency as part of efforts to stabilize the economy and recover from the devastation of World War II. Government set the new exchange rate at $1 for every 1.4 yen, which was a 46.9% appreciation. The largest increase in value we've ever seen in the world is 46.9% in value. So Iraq is going to smash the old record of 46.9% increase in value by 4,133%. Pimpy says, no, it's not going to happen. Frank 26 says each one has done their job. BOA, Chase, Citibank, Wells Fargo, they're all in the chain of command now. These banks are being informed on what's going on. I also believe the banks inside of Iraq are receiving new machines that have software for the new lower notes. Chase, they don't need that software because they will not be proving and / inspecting it. Lower notes, they're just the middle person who sends it to others. The others at JP Morgan have the new technology, machine software. They are the ones training and practicing, in my opinion. Paulette community comments says the rate doesn't matter, but freedom of movement of capital is important. That is Article 8 in compliance. Paulette says they cannot be Article 8 compliant if the country is functioning under a MCP. MCP is a multiple currency practices, includes a parallel rate of greater than 2% of the official rate by IMF definition. Saleh said last year that the parallel rate is required to be 2% or less of the official rate. This 2% or less needs to be maintained for a period of 90 days. The parallel rate is still around 14% difference. Militiaman says everybody realize they all have these income streams. You realize it's not going to just be oil. The non-oil revenues, tourism, agricultural, liquid natural gas, natural resources, all those are going to be part of the future. And so that is really powerful. Sandy Ingram, Iraq stock market, a joke to many, a profit for others. Article quote, NASDAQ signs new agreement with Iraq Stock Exchange. Sandy says this new Iraqi dinar stock market is now electronic, and instead of taking 3 weeks for a transaction to complete, it takes only 5 minutes. Claire article quote, central bank inflation in Iraq decreased to 4%. Pimpy says deleting the zeros off the currency will not change the price of the ISX, Iraqi Stock Exchange. Pimpy says changing the exchange rate will have an impact on the ISX. Frank 26 says, in my opinion, this is an RI, not an RV like the other people tell you. RV was a long time ago. This is an RI, is to be reinstated. I believe it's trying to reach $3.22 so he can be on par and then float in the basket and gain more value. Ray Ren 98 via BB's mom, quote, East Coast bank contacts are very excited. Ray Ren says, and anticipating initiating exchanges either late tonight or early in the morning. Time will tell. Claire article, quote, with its rise locally, Iraq's gold reserves were revealed, quote, the economic advisor to Prime Minister Mazar Mohammed Salih revealed the size of the Iraqi gold reserve at the Central Bank of Iraq. Monetary gold falls within the diversification of the Monetary Authority's investment portfolio, and the numbers indicate that it exceeds 132 tons of monetary gold and within the safe range of reserves. Lastly, we have Frank 26 that says the conditions of the monetary reform are perfect. All the waiting that we've been having forever and ever is also perfect because what we're waiting for is just one thing and one thing only, the new exchange rate. That's it. The evidence is banks know now.